Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all for coming. Definitely a room full of love, and I receive it. Thank you. I would like to share with y'all if I may. Have you ever felt your soul cry? Like, for real, have you ever felt your soul cry? Got to take my glasses off for this one. You know, I want to make sure we really connect here. When I was 5 years old, I had the unfortunate experience of being tied to a chair by my uncle, my mother's older brother. And he forced me to watch him rape my 3-year-old sister. As a result, we were placed inside of a foster home. As luck would have it, my foster mother was a violent, abusive alcoholic. You know, throughout this whole ordeal, we were unprotected and unsupported, nor did we ever receive the resources or the tools that we would need to properly heal. Full of anger and mistrust, I hated my life and I hated the world. And I was going to punish the world for it, for everything I had been through, especially my little sister. I was going to punish the world for this. You see, that's how I got here. By using the only tool that I had at that time in my life in order to cope. Violence. What's this saying? Maya Angelou, right? Hurt people hurt people. Well, I'm not interested in hurting people anymore. I'm more interested in helping make sure that any child who's unfortunate enough to have to experience some of the unfortunate things I've experienced is supported, is protected, has the resources and the tools they will need in order to properly heal. Now, how do we do that? I don't have all the answers, y'all. I wouldn't be here, right? You know? But I do know where we could start, you know? By creating and placing some programs within our schools that can teach our children about abuse in its different forms. And also how to take action and, you know, when is it appropriate to report those things and to who and when. Thank you. My name is Michael Crum. And please help me make sure that our children have the resources, the tools, the protection, and the support that they will need upon their journey of limitless possibilities. Thank you again, y'all.
At the age of 19, I was sentenced to 75 years to life. And so as a teenager, I found myself in an adult prison without any direction. I didn't know what to expect. Eventually, I met with my counselor, who said to me, "You didn't finish high school, so you're going to have to get your GED. And since your case deals with violence, you're going to have to take aggression replacement training. And finally, you're going to have to take a vocational program." And I was young and ambitious at that time. I managed to finish those programs in the first few years of my incarceration. And I remember going back to see my counselor after that and saying, "So what do I do now?" And she said to me, "Well, basically, you've met all of the requirements set for you. You can basically do whatever you want." And I felt like, great, I must be rehabilitated. All I wanted to know from then on was, what are the next steps I need to take in order to get my second chance at freedom? Unfortunately, what I discovered was that prison has no process for setting free the rehabilitated. And I thought to myself, this can't be right. After spending 3 decades of my life in prison, I've come to find out that there are dozens of rehabilitative indicators. Just to name a few, a college degree. A college degree is the #1 indicator that a person won't recidivate. Shout out to Hudson Link. A good institutional record. A good institutional record shows that if you can follow the rules here, you should be able to follow the rules when you go home. Your current age compared to the age you were at the time of the crime. People age out of crime. After spending 10, 15, 20 years in here, we're not the same people we were when we got arrested. Strong family ties. People with strong family ties are less likely to come back to prison than people without it. Extensive personal growth. Now I'm talking about extensive personal growth. If you've dealt with those issues that led you to prison, whether it be drugs or violence, you're less likely to come back. And finally, guaranteed employment and guaranteed housing. If we could fulfill these requirements, statistics show that we have the most minimal chance of ever coming back to prison. I believe that we need to use these rehabilitative indicators as a measuring instrument. Think about it. If a person can satisfy all of these needs, and he can demonstrate through his character and through his behavior that he's been rehabilitated, I think we can safely gauge if a person has changed or not. If not, the alternative is that countless men and women who have rehabilitated themselves will aimlessly languish in prison without any hope of ever being free. My name is Jesus Michael Jova. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, everybody. You give us parades, but we are still hungry. You cheer and shout, thank you for your service, but we are still homeless, sleeping under bridges and cars. I went to various private and government agencies, including the U.S. Embassy, for assistance, but not one was willing to help. As a matter of fact, I remember a lady at the VA office telling me, young man, you look so healthy and young. Why are you back so soon from the war? By the way, she too did not help. Hello, everyone. My name is Etzer Estiverne. I know it's kind of hard to pronounce. My apology. I am a military veteran. I proudly served my country in Afghanistan, and my just reward after coming home was homelessness. Follow me.
Thank you for your service, Esther.
Me begging for food, me eating out of trash, and sleeping, pardon me, y'all. Pardon me, under people's cars. I was sleeping under people's cars. Good luck, good luck. According to the Veterans National Alliance, there are over 35,574 homeless vets. Even worse, more than 180,000 military veterans are behind bars. We are a country of giving, and we have the means. We must do more to help support our military veterans. the women and men who put on the uniform and who put their lives on the line. Aside from some medical assistance, we need to support them with housings and jobs on the ready for when they return. Yes, I have a bed and 3 meals a day now. But that is not the life that I had envisioned when I came home from the military. My name is Etzer Estiverne. Thank you for your time. Namaste.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate you coming. According to Professor Lawrence Steinberg of Temple University, it is a scientific fact that people less than 25 years old do not have fully developed brains. Therefore, juveniles and young adults less than 25 years old should not be subjected to a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. I am Percy West, and at the tender age of 19 years old, I was sentenced to 132 and 1/2 years to life for crimes that resulted in no physical injury. I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, to a father who beat his own wife and children into full submission. I not only walked on eggshells, I slept on them. I never felt safe. To get away, I would fantasize and dream of being somewhere else, a better life, a firefighter or a lawyer. But after years of being told that I was worthless and wouldn't amount to anything in life, I simply stopped dreaming. Instead, I remained stuck in that nightmare. My big brother, Carl, was my role model. He provided a layer of comfort and protection growing up as much as he could. But I lost that layer of comfort and protection to gun violence. Carl was shot to death in the street just yards away from our home. I remember holding him as he lost his battle to live. After that, I lost my way. I hit the streets running and ran into nothing but trouble, and then prison, and then gang life. I tell my story of adverse childhood experiences because it is also the experiences of many people, young men and women, older men and women, who are traumatized, who are languishing in prison for crimes committed as juveniles and young adults. But today, I'm no longer a gang member. Instead, I help young men wishing to leave gang life behind. Today, I am pursuing my bachelor's degree. And I'm a facilitator in an Alternative to Violence Project, AVP. Today, I'm a proud ambassador and role model and Sing Sing's very first Puppies Behind Bars program. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a puppy, yeah. Responsible for raising puppies to become service dogs for our military veterans who served our country so honorably. I'm proud to be a part of this social service.
Now, I understand that I did not commit a victimless crime. I caused trauma, and I'm sorry for that. I sincerely am. But I am no longer the person I was 32 years ago. I don't think any of us are. So I propose that juveniles and young adults, less than 25 years old, whose brains are not fully developed, not be subjected to a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Also, I call upon New York State legislatures and all of you to support the Second Look Act. We need that. We need that support. This act gives judges the ability to consider the appropriateness of continued incarceration, given the passage of reasonable time and changed circumstances. I am Percy West, and I am hoping for the possibility to demonstrate who I have become. Thank you.